Good morning to all. In the last video, we had done with the interview with Shivanshu Mishra of the CAP round, and in this video, we will like discuss about the feedback. How was the interview? So first of all, I would like to ask from the Shivanshu, how was your experience? What did you feel in this interview? Yes, please. It was good. It was bad. You can improve. Yeah, it was like, ma'am, it was the best interview. Yes, please. Your feedback first of all, Shivanshu.
Ma'am, this was my first interview. So when I think, when I put things into perspective, retrospectively thinking, I could have answered some questions really better. But thinking this was my first interview, I think it's okay. It's okay. I was not able to put my facts forward as I would have liked, and I have missed some points which I would have really wanted to say in the interview. So these couple of things.
It was just because of you were nervous or anything else?
Ma'am, it was the first interview, right? So I have prepared a lot of things. Suppose I have prepared 10 things, but I was only able to say like 6 or 7 of them because,
Exactly. So yes, we'll start from the Ankit. Yes, please, Ankit. Give us some valuable feedback.
So the first thing was we asked her about your introduction. I felt that you didn't mention anything about the BTech part. You just said university, you did that, but you didn't say you did BTech in computer science, so you missed that part. I feel the introduction was a bit stretched up. You can 1 minute 20 seconds. Don't make it big. Then I think you need to brush up with your answers with the why MBA part. You just mentioned the HR and the thing that you want to do, but you can add
sir,
even the further
so one
answers.
sorry. Sir, I prepared. I pushed a lot, but you guys didn't take that interview that part. So what should I do here, right? I want your honest opinion.
And you should, if the interviewer is not asking directly, you can put it in some way, some other way. So some skills or some leadership skills. So you can put it there that how it drive you, how that skill is driving you to do MBA in MBA there. And you should be aware about about your place. So it's 12 Jyotirling. Even I don't know. Even sometimes interviewer also don't know this. But be confident about what you are saying. So they just Google it up. But you should be aware of what about your home city as well. And because in my CAP interview, what they asked was like for the next 5 minutes, for the first 5 minutes, they asked about my home city only. Not even home city, even about was home state. So they were grilling on that. What is next? What is next? What is next? So you must be aware of that because the CAP interview that happens is like there are 9 colleges or 7, I don't remember, but like they all have very different perspective. So you never know which college you will get interview from. So it's very important key you should be aware of your home city because they really ask questions from that. I really liked your smile. You kept smiling. Keep doing that. I really liked that you unprepared questions. You really answered well. You have good hold on your gym and cardiology, gym and workout part, and you answered that question really well. I for the what I read in the introduction in the whole document part, I think that needs to be like improved. The document that ma'am shared with me about yourself. So I think you should try to more refine the points there.
Sir, that was just a preliminary document I prepared for my own MBA preparation. So
so you should keep preparing that. You should keep doing that also right now. As the interview is coming, so you should keep doing that. You should be ready for the questions like the questions like 5 skills, weakness, strengths, then leadership qualities, and different types of situations. Even there's no situation, try to make one hypothetical one, but a real that looks real. So you can do that also, but don't go blank. That's from my side.
Sir, one follow-up question. Why MBA you were telling, right? I need to improve that answer. So do you have some points for that?
Try to give some short-term and long-term goals along with. First, start with your your work ex, how you align your work ex with your YMBA part. I saw the that in the part you in the document you written like really hate my job. So you should never mention that I really hate my job. Okay. Uh,
That,
you
that
say
I
just
told you,
it's
right? That
becoming
was a preliminary
monotonous.
document for myself, you know,
Uh,
to be truthful that
uh,
what I'm thinking.
uh, it's okay. Everyone hates their job, but yeah, but you can't say that, na. So you can improvise like ki it's monotonous. I don't see the growth opportunity, or you will say you can even say in that way ki MBA will help you if you come back and work here also, and it will give you an opportunity to improve the things that you didn't do. So these are the things that you can say that. Then you should also have some short-term and long-term goals in your mind, and that you can
Mhm.
incorporate with your answers. So these things you can do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the feedback.
Yes, Ashish, please.
So, Shivanshu, a few things. Even if the interviewer is interacting with you in a polite or let's say informal manner, but you have to maintain the formal setup and answers like
You are mute. You are on mute, please. Ashish, you are on mute.
yes. So even if there is an informal setup during the interview, you have to maintain that formal decorum between the conversation. So some statements like, for example, you used to impress girls and all those things. These are not for the formal setup, and we are relatively younger in age, but the interviewers would be very senior in the industry and very senior in their academic background. So they would not like such kind of answers. And
Mhm.
at any point, if you're stuck with any kind of question, if you not know the answer, what you can do is, can I take a few seconds to frame my answer? If there is some particular out of the blue question, you cannot do this every time with every question, but whenever you feel really stuck, you can do instead of giving just a random answer or not so half baked answer basically. So instead of that, you can do this, and as Ankit also mentioned, you need to be ready with particular questions like. Give us an instance about your leadership, conflict, or ethical dilemma. These are some top questions that the interviewer might ask according to your life. And there is always a particular situation for any instance. You just need to think thorough about your life. There would be definitely some situations. 22, 24 years is such a time that you would definitely get some instances. And
Sure, sir. I will ponder upon that. Sure, sir. Thanks.
yes. So on the introduction front, what you can do is you can create two versions. For example, there is a 1 minute version and there is a 5 minutes version. In that, when you are just giving a brief highlight of all the things that you have done in your life, starting from where you are from your academics, your extracurricular activities, and just make sure about the things that you say. So, for example, you said, what would you bring to the campus? So, in that, you mentioned 1.1, point two, and then your co-curricular, and then you started mentioning singing and guitars. These are the basic things. These are part of extracurriculars and not co-curriculars. In that way, some fact check things. So, just make sure that you are right about them. And apart from that, just a minute. When any particular situation is being asked you from, for example, where did you show leadership or something? So you need to focus more on the particular question. For example, if I have asked, where did you show your leadership skills? So you just do not have to give a brief detail about the incident. You have to show how you portrayed as a leader or how there was an
Mhm.
ethical dilemma. In that way, you need to focus on that. But you also have to make sure that the story does not get so long that the interview asks your next question or you get interrupted in between. Apart from that, basically you can develop 15 to 20 bouquet points about you. For example, be it your extracurriculars, college, or any particular thing. 15, 20 unique things that you want to tell about yourself. Always have few questions in mind for the interviewers at the end of question. You should be ready with at least two questions at any point of time. And basically, if you want to reroute the interview in particular direction, for example, if your YMB was not cleared that well, any particular instance, be it leadership or some other question, you can again reinsert the same story that you wanted to share and then divert the interview towards your YMB answer. So that is all from my end.
Okay, I think Ankit and Ashish mentioned all the points. So, Shivanshu, I would like to say, so this is a big opportunity. If your interview start from the tell us something about yourself, because it's a way when you can be comfortable with the interviewer, because you have the opportunity to tell about yourself. But when we asked this question, you just started, because in between, I think my voice, your voice is not clear to me. But yes, the point was, okay, I'm from Ujjaini, the MP, and your father and mother. I didn't get ki what did you do? What did you do in graduation? What type of skills you have? So you have to mention these points, as Ashish mentioned. Please prepare at least 15 bouquet points, because you already you also pointed down you prepared well for the interview, but at the interview time, you are not ready, like you didn't answer the properly, and you said ki ma'am, I was forgotten the answer, I was forgotten the points. So when you prepare the 15 bouquet points, 12 bouquet points you can remember, and 8 bouquet points you can tell us. So at least prepare some unique points, and again, just in your buckets, list down 5 or 6 extra points. In the last of the interview, I can ask, could you please tell us something about you, more about you, with whatever you didn't mention in the whole interview. So you have the some points, which you can throw him, okay ma'am, I have these skills, I have this list. So in your introduction part, because it's a very crucial part to start your interview, to root your interview, because I can ask the question from your introduction. Okay, you are from the Ujjaini, so you have to know more about your city, and if your father is working as this, so you should know about the work culture of your father, and what did you do in your graduation. So these are the points where I can ask the questions. Okay, and one more important thing, I always pointed down to the students, myself, Shivanshu Misra. Myself, you are not the celebrity, right? Myself, yeah, this is Shivanshu Misra. These are the wrong term when you are giving the interview. So myself is a very informal way to say myself, Shivanshu Misra, yeah, this is Shivanshu Misra, right? These are not the right words to say in the interview. My name is this, yeah, I am this. It should be the formal, right? So these are the few important points, and rest of the things Ankit and Ashish pointed down. In the whole interview, your confidence was good. In between, it was lacking somewhere, but it was fine. Okay. You try to maintain your confidence. It was a good thing, and being a nervous, it's normal, it's normal. Okay, it's okay. So I think rest of the things are good. So please work on these points, as Ankit and Ashish mentioned, and please prepare well, and we can arrange the further mock interview once you are prepared well. Okay. Yes,
Okay.
Shivanshu. I think Ankit and Ashish, I'm right.
Yes, ma'am. And so, Shivanshu, for any particular thing, for example, if you do not know the answer, you can read out the things and just a minute.
Also, you can always say no if you don't know the answer, right answer. You can say, like, if you don't know the number of Jyotirlings in India, you could have directly said, I really don't know. I would look after it. After the interview, I would go and see it. So you can say that.
Yes, and so, for example, if you want to prepare about anything that you mention in your interview, just have a separate round. For example, what can be asked from this point? For example, if you said your father is this particular professor, or your mother is into this, in that way, what can be asked from this? For example, if you say you are from Ujjain, what can be asked about Ujjain? Be it 12 Jyotirlings, be it what Jyotirlings are there. In that way, for example, if you mention you are a guitarist, someone can ask that how many chords are there. Okay, so there is a triple check or triple click kind of concept. For example, whatever you say,
Follow-up questions I
you
need to
will-
prepare for everything I say, right?
yes, yes, yes. So whatever results from your answers would be our next questions, basically.
So for the answer for the Adani thing, you mentioned various economic terms. So be sure about those terms because they can ask what is GDP, then what is inflation, what is scam, what are the scams that's happening, how you correct the market. So these things can be asked. So be prepared of what you're saying in those technical questions.
And in a longer term, the monetary aspect also gets impacted. Whenever any scam or fraud happens, crores of money gets flushed from the market. That is one point. And SEBI is the regulatory body, Security Exchange Board of
Sir, I
India.
found out SEBI है लेकिन मैं बोला नहीं क्वेश्चन में नेक्स्ट हो गया था
Okay.
आरबीआई बोलने वाला था फिर मुझे एनएसई बोल दिया फिर सेबी का याद है कि यार माय स्टॉक्स आर विद सेबी यू नो ऑल द स्टॉक्स आर विद सेबी दीस आर जस्ट ब्रोकर्स
Okay.
So two things I knew I want your help with actually. I have just figured out that my introduction and why MBA. These are very crucial questions, right? And these questions are not in order. So if ma'am, you and both of you, sir, if you can just look at these questions, my answers to these questions, and just refine them. If you have time, I will send you my questions or my answers to this. So if you can just help
We
me
can
out.
definitely do that separately. And okay, that's it for now, I guess.
Why MBA and intro, I need to refine it further, right? As you
Sure.
have said.
Yes.
So I need to put it in perspective then.
Basically, you do not have to portray any kind of fake thing. You just need to show that this is your true story, and actually something would have driven you towards an MBA or towards HR field. Okay, so you just need to make it more polished and justify that it seems genuine. It would be genuine. It's just in the raw form currently.
Mm.
Okay, I think yes. Any points we missed? I don't think so. We pointed out all the things. So thank you so much. Thank you, Ankit. Thank you, Ashish. And because I know it's a very important time, and we took around 1 hour to give to take the interview and to give the feedback. So I think Shivanshu will work on these things, and definitely he will give the results. Okay, because we want to see you in a good college, top B school.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashish. Thank you, Ankit. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shivanshu.
All the best, Shivanshu.
Thank you, everyone. Sir.
All the best, Shivanshu.
Thanks, ma'am.
Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.